Hey there, ladies and gents. Jed Bratt here, the Real Estate Jedi of Big Block Realty, here with your month of May 2019 San Diego County real estate market update. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's start by taking a look at active listings. As always, we are looking at San Diego County, all property types, all sale types, and this is just a general snapshot of the active inventory or supply that we have on the market. And this is as of April, the end of April. So we had 6,967 properties at the end of April. That was a 7.3% increase year over year from the same time last year for inventory. But that was nothing close to the 20s, 30s, and even 40% year over year we've seen in the preceding months, just up until recently. Next thing we're going to look at is solds. And this is actually showing us, of course, what sold, what actually ended up closing last month. And in April, there were 3,062 sales. That's down just under 3% year over year from where we were a year ago. So a few properties less being sold, but that's not a huge variance. Next, we look at pending sales. Pending sales kind of tells us what we can likely expect in the next 30-day report, because these are properties that are currently under contract and are likely to close. So we can see that 6.1% increase year over year in pending sales in San Diego County for the month of April. And that indicates that a few more properties are going under contract than we were the same time last year. And of course, there are, as we saw, more listings available this time than last year. So that sort of helps in giving buyers the options that they are looking for. Now, why would this supply increase that we were seeing in the last 12 months sort of be reversing its trend right now? Well, as we've talked about many times in recent videos, the interest rates that the Fed sets are a big influence on the mortgage rates. And of course, that directly influences buyer affordability. And what buyers can afford for one payment, of course, helps indicate whether or not they're going to be able to buy a property for more or less. So in just the most this is as of May 9th, we're sitting at around 4.1% national average for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage in the United States. This isn't for any specific loan type other than 30-year fixed rate mortgages, all right? So we're actually seeing VA, FHA loans, if you have a good lending profile, good credit scores, good debt to income ratios, we're seeing interest rates as low as in the mid threes, even lower threes. I've seen rates quoted at recently, which is some of the best rates we've had in, well over a year, as you can see here. So being that the Fed, of course, like we talked about probably 5 times by now, has announced that they're not intending to raise rates further this year, this is definitely going to help be a positive stimulus to the market for the buyers in San Diego and as well as sellers, because if buyers can afford to buy more home and pay a higher price for the same payment or for a lesser payment, then of course that's going to help drive prices up further, and it's going to help everybody all around, at least on the face of things. This, of course, when rates are being kept low, that also indicates there's other things happening, such as quantitative easing, but they're not really directly pumping money into the market right now. What they're just doing is holding off on restricting the they're holding off on pulling money out of the market. So that is where we are sitting right now. As far as sales price goes, just for a quick reference, we had a countywide median sales price of $575 in April. That was up 1.8% year over year. And if we look at rolling 12 months, this kind of gives us a better idea of trends. And you can see here over the last few months, each one of these data points represents the last 12 months averaged together. So for the last several months, we can see we are at about 560. And you can definitely see better trends here when you look at the picture as an averaged out 12-month period. But that's where we are, just barely under 2% year over year. I think San Diego, in a recent report, led the nation, if not number one. It was in the top 3 or something. And I think some of the slowest appreciation growth in the country for housing sales, but otherwise, everything else is looking very healthy. There's nothing wrong with slower growth, more moderate growth, as opposed to going crazy like we have seen in the past. And these interest rates will probably help to reverse that again a little bit more in the future. So anyway, that's where we're sitting right now as of May 15th, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching as always. If you want to receive more of these, make sure you subscribe to the Real Estate Jedi YouTube channel, and also go to our website, therealestatejedi.com. We have a lot of great resources there to help you navigate the real estate market, the buying and selling process, as well as lots of other great resources such as market data that you can use in making your decisions. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you in the next video.